Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Sips and Smut podcast, where the taboo is the topic and the tea is hot. I am Jordan,
Ah, Maddie.
and today we're going to be talking about Leave Me Behind by K.M Moronova. Hoping I say her name right, but here's her book. Here's the pretty side
So
cover.
good. And I didn't know this. You told me she does the artwork too.
Yes, she does the
What a
artwork.
great artist.
I think she does it for all her books. She actually has quite a few out, and there's
That's really cool.
two
I need
coming
to read more
out.
of her stuff because I really enjoyed this one.
Two books are coming out next month because they're correlating with each other. And she's did the artwork
Yeah,
for this too.
that's so cool. This one I hadn't heard about, but it kind of blew up on like Book
Social
Talk,
media.
all this stuff. And you found it and sent it to me. And boy, was this a good one. I don't read a lot of military setting books, and I don't know very much about that. Like, wasn't in the military, don't really have a lot of people in my life that were in the military. So I don't understand a lot of, that dynamic, but she does a really good job with this book in that aspect of it being accessible to everybody, especially because they're in the dark forces. It's a very niche area of the
Hmm.
military. She does a really great job explaining how other people in the military feel about the dark forces and how like nobody kind of messes with these people. They kind of are like, you go do your own thing. Um, but I really, really liked this. It's very dark. Um, but it's dark, I think, in a different way than a lot of other dark romances. And that was interesting to me because I could see this happening. I could see there being these relationships that you form with these people that you work so closely with. And I think to be in the dark forces like they are, you have to be a little mentally,
No, I agree
eh,
with that. Like
yeah.
I liked how she didn't over explain like what they
No, it
did.
was just the perfect amount. Yeah.
You could follow on because if you think about it, because if you've seen any spy movie, like Mission Impossible and all that other stuff,
Yeah.
like you can generally like, oh, they're like a special type forces. No one really knows who they are, but they're a secret, but they're not a secret. Like you can kind of figure that out as you go. So she does a really good job of just highlighting that. But what she
But
does,
keeping the mystique, which is nice.
yes, but what she does even better about is that this is like a standalone book,
Yeah,
right?
it is.
Everything is happening in this world in this time frame altogether. And it's kind of crazy because I thought maybe there was going to be like two or three books with this, but no, it's all in one. So you get right into getting to know the characters and how and their backs, a
Yeah.
little bit of them, a little not about their backstory, that comes later, but you're already interested.
Like
You're already pulled in.
the bare minimum, which is good. And I think she does a great job too because obviously one of the main characters is a woman
Hmm.
and dealing with being one of very few women in a male dominated area, which I think is something you and I can relate to,
Hmm.
kind of working in kind of the finance sphere. It's very male dominated. So
Well,
to like go through the nuance of that and the fears that she has being one of the only women, it was really well written.
well, I also see it from her perspective as I did security for about 7 years.
Yeah.
And that's a very male dominated field. And the amount of times that people met me and I'm having to like be serious and direct and tell them like, no, you can't do this.
Yep.
And they're like, what are you serious? Like, yes, I am actually. And if you don't do this, I'm gonna remove you from the property. Like people, I got a lot of the whole like, oh, you're a security person because of how I looked and because I was a girl. So it was just like
Yeah.
I totally understood her perspective on that because I've been through similar situations and it's really annoying. I hated it.
Yeah. Well, it's like when they started calling her Bunny and she was like, "You've got to be kidding me."
It's just an insult and I hate it so
It's an
much.
insult. I hated it at the beginning and then it grew on me and it kind of became,
It's sweet, but
like
in
it
the
became
beginning it was
sweet,
like,
but it
this is
was
garbage.
not.
Really, I was
It was
really
meant to
irritated with
insult
it.
her. Yeah.
And then the other thing too is like she's moving into a new team. She's the only survivor from a really bad recent uh ops
mission.
mission
Yeah, ops
like that
mission.
she was on, and she barely survived it on her like as it is. She barely made
Yeah,
it, but everybody else died. So, and it really like messed with her. And then she knows she's fully aware going into this team, they're all gonna hate her and they're all gonna think of her as like a curse because she was the only one that's
because she's the only one that survived.
yeah. And
Yeah,
that's it's kind of like basketball and baseball and all that where they are superstitious about stuff. I've seen that a lot in like security and even with some police, because I did some ride-alongs with some police, and we worked with them on a few cases. There's some level of superstition there. There's some weird stuff there, so I could see that where they're like, "Bad juju, we don't need you," and so
yeah.
it wasn't so far-fetched. So
No, and
a
I
lot of it was
think
like very like on point.
with how violent that ops mission was and how wrong it went, they were like, you should not have survived. And the
Mm-mm.
fact that all of your teammates died, this is not a good look for you.
No, no, it wasn't.
Like it made her look like she just up and left and let them die.
That's not what happened.
It's not what happened, but that's how they took it.
Yeah, but I will say that the it was interesting, like she's aware of this. She's like, all right, I'm just gonna have to deal with it. And then she meets Aaron on the plane, and then his brother, Bradshaw, and they're twins.
Yes. But
Like,
she doesn't realize
yeah, she doesn't really have twins because I think if I remember correctly, like one of them was wearing like a hoodie and the other one was wearing like glasses and
Bradshaw.
was kind of like hiding out or whatever. He wasn't really showing off his face.
Yeah. Well, Bradshaw always wear a mask. He always wears a mask in the military meetings because nobody is supposed to know who he is. He's like a
Yeah.
top assassin, and it would put way too much of a target on him. So they keep his identity hidden even from his teammates.
Yeah, well, his
And
brother knows because they're twins
his
and look
brother
alike.
knows, and they're on the same team. But the relationship with Aaron between the three of them, Bradshaw, Aaron, and the main girl, is
Nell.
just, yeah, is just so good. And
Mhm.
like you go through these like phases, especially with honestly with both of them, where I'm like, how do I feel about them? Do I like them? Do I hate them? I can't tell. I kind of feel both. I kind of like to hate them.
Yeah, I agree with that because
Hmm.
there was a point where I was like, are we sticking with Aaron? Like, what are we doing? Because I was like, I don't know, I don't like Aaron. I don't like how it seemed like he set them up.
He seems kind of slimy
Yeah, but then
a
at the same
little.
time,
But then
Bradshaw slash Bones, as he's known in Dark Forces, didn't really seem that great either. So it was just kind of like, I don't
he
know.
was such an
He
asshole.
really was. And then
He
once
was a massive asshole.
So, spoilers, if you haven't read this, we're just gonna go into it. But
Yeah, we
basically,
always have spoilers. Don't
yeah,
listen to us if
I'm
you've not
just
read the
throwing that
books.
out right now. If you haven't listened or read or any of that with this book, stop now. But here we go. So what happens what is she meets them on the plane. They're all going to the same spot, but they're unaware of each other. So you think, uh,
Yeah,
unaware
ish.
of each other going to the same spot. Nell meets Aaron. Aaron then introduces him to Bradshaw. She has kind of has a crush on Erin, she also was like, I'm probably gonna die because she's fully aware that they're probably not gonna be very supportive in any mission that they go on
Yeah.
because of what
She's
happened
not expecting
before.
to come out of this
She's not
alive.
expecting to live through this. So she's like, I want to get laid before I go into this. So she's
Get it,
expecting to
girl?
get laid with Erin. She ends up getting laid with Bradshaw. Oh my God.
Which was not a bad consolation prize.
No, I did not expect it to be that intense.
I didn't
And
either.
And
And I was,
the tension. Oh my God. I was reading it. I didn't listen to this. I was reading it like, oh my God, I'm hit my mic. But like, oh my God, oh my God. And I was just like,
it's so good.
it was good because as we've talked about before, like I can visualize it and you can't really
Yeah.
see a picture or something, but I'm not seeing myself as her, and I don't know how to say this because I don't know. It's kind of weird saying that I'm like watching them in my head, but I feel the emotion of the
Like
moment because that's just weird.
voyeurism. I'm just
Voyeurism
gonna
in my
sit in
head.
this chair and watch
I'm
you.
feeling like I feel like I'm there, but I'm not. Like it's like the intense moment of it, that reaction of like you're reading something and you're just like, and you keep reading, you're like, oh my God. It's like watching a TV show. Like Game of Thrones. There's some lot of spicy stuff in
Yeah,
Game of Thrones.
dude.
Yeah. So you're
Okay,
just
that
watching
whole
it
first
like
season was sold off
you're
obsessed.
like, "Mm, my goodness.
I know.
Oh, ooh. And then, with
So many boobies.
so yeah, so a lot of boobs.
There was a lot of
So a lot of
boobs. There's
butts.
some good.
Boobs
There
and
was a
butts.
lot of butt. There's a lot of good boobs and a lot of good butt.
Yeah. That's kind
Yeah.
of what it was in this book. So it was
Yeah.
super intense. It
It
was
was very intense
right up the dark romance
immediately.
alley. It was I don't know
But
I don't know if there is a book is this I don't think this is on audiobook yet.
it is, I listened to it. It's really good. Um,
Okay. I don't
but
think I looked for it.
it is I think one of the things I like about this book is that almost out of the get-go, it's like they both, you don't realize it at the time, but neither one of them is expecting to come back from this mission alive.
Yeah.
And that's just being special ops, I guess. Um, but if you think that and they're going into this sexual encounter being like, I have nothing to lose. I don't, this is it for me. I think I'm going to die. The intensity of that is on both of their sides. Like you could absolutely feel that they both are like giving this their all.
Yeah. Okay, I found it. Isabella Turner and Walker Williams. Okay. Uh,
It's good.
need to add that
It's
to
good to listen to.
I gotta listen to it because that scene in particular I would like to listen to. Um, yeah, yeah,
I might have listened to
that
it a
part was
couple of
apparent because
times.
they were both like desperate. It seemed like,
Yeah. And that just really made the intensity of it so good. I mean, for like
and
let's be honest, a one night stand that is that good.
shit, yeah. I think they went had sex like more than one time too. So it was like,
Well, duh.
yeah, it was continuous thing. And then she's like, all right, cool, separate ways. Then they make it a separate thing. The next day.
Uh-oh.
They go to their camp or whatever it's called, their base, and then they see each other and she's like, and it turns
She's
out
like,
Aaron
uh,
is their troop lead. Like he's their
he's their
leader.
sergeant.
And then freaking
He's her boss.
Bradshaw is actually
Bradshaw
Bones,
is
who's known in the
Bones, her
Dark Forces, and she's
partner.
like, I Bones. Like, oh
I,
my God. And
I feel
and
like she should get that tattooed on her body somewhere. Be like, I fucked Bones.
well, then the thing is, it's like the enemies to lovers, but it's different because they've already
It's
had sex.
it is. And when we say enemies to lovers, I mean
Enemies,
you don't
enemies.
realize at the beginning, and this is when I really started to hate Bradshaw because he was, I mean,
Yes.
borderline illegal harassment.
It was more than just that. Like he
It
was doing
was
his damnedest to get her to
psychological.
go
He
away.
wanted her gone, and you don't realize why
No, you
until the
don't
end.
until the end. But even then, he still wanted her, but he didn't want her. Like it, but you don't,
He didn't
it
want to
was,
want her because
yeah,
wanting her was dangerous. And
yeah.
so he was like, you need to go because if you stay, you're going to be a real problem for me.
And she didn't
And
seem to
I
grasp
just
that
don't
either, though, until
know.
later.
Well, and I feel like it was kind of that way on both sides because in this previous mission, she was on a different team. He was still on this team, but they both lost somebody very important to them in this mission gone wrong. And he's coming into this new mission blaming her
Mm-hmm.
because they were supposed to be someplace. There was miscommunication. You know, they thought this team was going to be here. They weren't. The guy died. Some other people died. Her whole team died. Um, and he didn't know what happened because they don't talk about it. It's,
Mm-hmm.
this is need to know basis only. And even the assassin is not in the need to know everything.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so coming into this, they're both dealing with these like horrific events of this mission gone wrong and losing people that were so important to them. And it's like he is realizing, oh, you could be important to me, and I can't go through that again.
Mm-mm.
No, thank you. Been there, done that. Have the t-shirt was not a good time. So you gotta go.
And he tried his best to make her go.
Oh,
And
he
he was
did.
almost successful, but she's so damn stubborn at the same time, which I enjoyed. But I also was kind of
Hmm.
frustrated because I was like, he doesn't want you to die. He just wants you to leave. Leave, girl. But the problem
Yeah.
is the dark forces is like such a secret ops. You can't just
You can't just
leave.
leave.
So, I mean, I think if she had tried to actually go, they would have killed her anyway, and it wouldn't have been a pleasant death. It wasn't, nothing about that would have been quick and
Well,
simple.
and I think that's one of the things I find so interesting about this and the special ops in it because it's not like, so my best friend's husband was a Marine, but he was in the special ops
Hmm.
Marines. Like, he can't talk about what he did. It reminds me of this. This is like a step above that. Like, these are people that probably aren't listed on a military roster somewhere because these are people that should be in prison.
Yeah, they
And
do
instead
all
of
of it.
being,
They do everything.
they've done things where they would be in prison
Hmm.
in their like day-to-day lives. And the military has seen that and been like, actually, you're psychotic. And if you would like to come be psychotic for the special ops,
Yeah,
we will let you do that. But you can't just leave. They talk about like they have to earn their cards because they would be serving time otherwise. And they take these deals and it's a way for them to kind of like
be
kill people.
psycho.
They're psychotic,
Yeah.
um, in a legal-ish way. So
To get
they're
away
both
with the illegal
nuts.
activity, but it's sanctioned by their government, basically.
Exactly. But these are people that are like, oh, you're unhinged. Okay. Let's go give you a gun
And
and
not
send you
not
to
unhinged
assassinate
sparkle.
someone.
Not unhinged
No,
sparkle. No, just straight up
no.
scary unhinged.
Like
Like,
scary unhinged, like I really enjoy killing people and I don't want to go to prison. So the government's like, well, we'll let you do that if you kill the people we tell you to. And they're like, as long as I'm killing people, I don't care.
that's basically what it is. So
Yeah.
I don't want to get too off on the dark forces thing, but because
No, but to like understand mentally where these people are and like the depths that he's willing to go to try to get her to leave.
hmm
It really is dark. So read the trigger warnings because there are things that like
just yeah, I'm
you
like
might have
wow.
an issue with. Yeah.
I didn't really have an issue with any of it other
I don't
than
have an issue with any of it.
I was just frustrated with both of them. So I was like, you guys are just
Yeah.
it wasn't even the miscommunication trope because they can't talk to each other about stuff. They can't
Yeah,
do
they
it
just can't.
because of the whole like she can't go into too much detail about who her companions and what the plans were. Like she could talk about how they died. But she can't talk about
Yeah. But she
like
doesn't
what
even
was
know why it went wrong.
no, she doesn't know about that. And then the other part, he doesn't fully know either, and but he knows
Yeah.
a bit more than her. So it's just complicated because not because it's miscommunication per se, so much that it is like they just
They
literally can't tell each other stuff
they
because
don't know what they don't know.
yeah, that's really what it is. It's not
And there's a lot of misconception in their views of each other
yeah, not
because
communication because I think that
no,
that's a common trope with some of these and some like
yeah,
governments in particular, but in this situation, that's not what it is. It could be
no,
seen that way, but that's not what it is.
but I think what it's part of the reason what makes this book so good
Mhm.
because neither one of them is wrong.
No, no,
I
because
get it. Coming from both sides, I get it.
yeah, I do too. And so when they keep like and eventually they just keep coming to each other again, and they really start to fall for each other hard. But as stuff progresses, I don't want to get too into the reveals, I guess, but there is some
No, because
reveals
there's some really big reveals.
that you should read about and just get that first experience on your own. But
Yeah,
later on, it comes to light that there was a lot more going on with that mission than either of them thought. So Aaron, his brother, was also doing some backdoor dealings, I guess you could say. We'll just stick with that.
yeah.
I'm trying not to reveal
Like
too much.
kind of smuggling-ish. Just
Smuggling,
maybe like
drugs,
not
some stuff
some
like that,
legal
but
things, but like he's in a position to take some of these deals for a little extra cash on the side.
well, he was trying
He's
to get out. That was a big part of it. He was trying to get
he
him and his
was
brother out. And so he was doing some shady shit with some other characters that were also doing some shady shit. And then those other characters
book
decided
is a lot of shady shit.
there was a lot of shady shit going
There's a
on.
lot of shady shit in this book.
So the characters, we'll just call him Jay. I don't want to give away names because it's a
Yeah.
really big, important bit. We'll just say Jay. Later. comes back into the story and reveals some stuff, and it's like, oh my gosh, so this whole time Aaron and Jay had been working with each other, and Aaron was aware of Nell and knew about her. So that wasn't really a surprise later. I kind of figured they knew each other
Yeah.
just because of the situation, but whenever
But she didn't know. He
she
knew who
didn't know
she
that
was.
she knew,
She
and
didn't know who he was.
yeah,
Yeah.
she was completely in the dark on that. But Bones
Yeah.
and Aaron knew. So that's the thing. Well, Aaron knew to a degree. I don't think he actually knew who she was because I don't think
No,
he would have had sex with
I
her.
think he knew to a certain degree, and then Aaron knew the most about
Hmm.
everybody. Then Bones like kind of knew a little bit more than Nell. Nell came in and knew nothing. She was
Hmm.
just like, I've been assigned to this.
That's right, because he was really mad when he found out because he realized who she was, and he was
And
mad at
he was
Aaron.
pissed off at his brother for that. He was
Yeah,
like,
he was.
why did you not tell me this?
Yeah. So
Aaron
there's,
is just Aaron kind of reminds me of somebody that just likes to walk in and throw a grenade into a situation just to see what happens and then like watch it from the sidelines.
but he was doing it for
It
his
was
reasons,
strategic,
though.
yeah.
Yeah, it was
He did do
strategic.
it for his own reasons.
He wasn't like, I
Yeah.
want to match make my brother. He wasn't doing it out of the kindness of his heart. That's for sure.
No,
No.
God, no.
So as things progress, this Jay character is an important person to Nell, and in order to save Aaron and Bones, as it comes down to, she ends up going
Yeah,
Jay, and she tells him,
yeah,
"Leave me behind," which circles back to the title of the story, which I thought was brilliant. I was like, "Way to go, KM! That
yeah.
was
She
perfect."
realized how much she cared about him.
So yeah, she cares about Jay, but she cares about Bones more. Then she realizes that, but
It's
she
a
also
very
knew that he was
different
going to die if she didn't leave.
if she didn't save him.
Hmm.
Um, it's a very dark romance. I got so angry for like a hot second there. I was like, do not tell me this is how this book ends. I will be so pissed.
Oh, me
And
too. I was
thankfully,
like, "Is there a book two?" Because I would look and I was like, "There is no book two. There has to," because I
when
wanted
I
to keep
got to that,
reading.
yes.
And
Oh, when I got to that
so,
point, I was like, don't you dare.
we
Don't
will say that
dare.
there's like I don't know, two, three epilogues in this,
Mm.
something like that.
It redeems itself, I promise.
It does, but you just need to continue reading, even though you think it's the end. It's not. There's more. So
Yes,
there
when
is
you
also
think
a time
you
skip. There's a
if you hate, there's a big time skip, and that's what pissed me off so much. And if you go into it and you're reading it and you like want to throw it aside and don't finish it, then keep finishing it or keep reading it. I promise.
yeah.
It
You
does
need to
get
keep
better. I
going.
was angry. You will be angry, and then you will not be angry,
Yeah,
and you'll be like, fine, I will begrudgingly accept this,
because there's a
but
time
I'm
skip
not
and then there's
happy
another
about it.
time skip. So there's two
Yeah,
different time
two time
skips.
skips.
One bigger than the others, but it's important to keep reading to get past that right? Like you're just like, wait a minute.
Yes.
Yeah, you need to get
Wait a
past
second.
that. Keep reading. It's
Keep
always
reading
those
and
last like
then keep
100 or
reading
so
and keep
pages
reading.
of any book that you're like, oh, I need to know.
I know. And then like the very end where all is revealed at the
Yeah,
very, very end where you're like the whole time.
the whole time. This is a really well written story.
It's
You're,
extremely well written.
it's fast paced.
It's fast. It kind of reminds me of like, in a way, a psychological thriller in the sense of like, it's gonna mess with your mind,
Hmm.
but in like the best way.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's a really, really, really good book. I
Yeah,
loved this
I
one.
recommend this book. I'm showing this again.
Oh, absolutely.
So pretty.
Absolutely read the trigger warnings because
Screenshot this if
this
you
is
guys
a
are seeing the
very
video.
dark. Isn't
But
that pretty? How cool is that? I just love
it's
that with the
I
sights on it, the
yeah,
crosshairs, and
it's so clever. I love that they
it is so clever.
look at
It's
that.
so
So
good.
pretty.
The neck
So let's
tattoos.
see. The next book, I when I was flipping through this to double check, I was like, how many epilogues were there? I know there was, it felt like a lot because I was like, what's next? Please tell me it's good things. Like
I
I was
know.
getting
Because
mad at
I
one
was like, if
point.
this ends here, I'm gonna be so angry.
And then you get to the next one and then you're like, okay, wait, there's more?
Like, all right,
Wait a
fine. There
minute.
better be. I think I got to that point and I was like, God, thank God there better be more. But
Let's
this
see.
is an excellent book. Very, very well written, very psychologically twisty, which I enjoy. I don't like jump scares. I like things that
Steadily
fuck
reveal
with my
themselves
brain.
and make you question, like,
Yeah,
wait.
that's probably a nicer way to put it. I just like having my brain just turn to mush.
I found the next titles in the back of this book. So her new book coming out that she also did the art for is My Knife, Your Heart. It's another
Ooh,
enemies to
okay.
lovers. So that will definitely be
Two
on
things I
future.
like, knives and hearts.
Yes. And I think she should be a recurring one on the podcast because her
I
stuff, like,
agree. She is really good. Very,
it's
very well written.
I feel like I saw the blurb for this, so if I'm wrong, apologies. But I think the blurb for the new book is similar to this, that it's a enemies to lovers and similar to ops, but not part of that ops.
Yeah,
If that makes sense.
I think so too, because I think it kind of stays in the military style, like
Yeah, it's
setting.
that's the artwork that I saw. That's what it
Let
was
me see if I
giving.
can find the.
But her other books are not all military, just to be clear. She has a bunch of different ones. There's like Fey one.
Yeah, these
There's
just this cup. There's these
just this
two, I
this
think are
recent
the,
one that
yeah.
we found of her, and she's now on my list of my roster of authors that I'm gonna be reading, continuously reading. So, but yes, Leave Me
Yeah,
Behind by K.M
so
Moronova.
good.
So
Yeah,
very,
so
very
this
good.
is it's a I guess it's going to be a Dark Forces series. It's not following the same people.
Hmm.
But it is a similar thing. So it says it's part of the Dark Forces series and features a dangerous bond between two characters, an insane military asset, love that, and a woman who is forced into the same brutal world. That sounds amazing because there's nothing we love more than an unhinged
And
male main
it's also
character.
gonna have the sprayed edges, so naturally I have
God,
to
I love
get the hard
her
copy and
artwork.
put it on my
Show that
shelf.
artwork again. I just love. Here, hold the book up. I want to look at his neck tattoos, like the detail on their tattoos. So good. So good.
And she does all of her the artwork for the next two books, and that I don't know what the sides look like either, but I know that she
Well,
is
I like
doing
that
that.
one.
But they
That's
will
really
sell
good.
out. Like they don't a lot. I don't
Yeah,
see
that's
these
not
out
gonna.
anymore. Like this is gone. I haven't seen at least in grade grade.
Oh, okay. So this is what
Ooh,
supposedly the
camera.
book cover.
Yeah.
Love that. I love the blue. Oh, so now I'm excited. I want to oh ho, ho. The tagline on the front of this, the dark forces will eat you up, pretty girl.
That's a lovely tattoo. That's a lovely, like, I want that right here.
Well, sir,
Ugh. I
then
like
I will
I like
prepare to
being a
be eaten.
snack. Ooh, should one of these boys be on the snackerfice?
Sacrifice.
Snackerfice? I feel like the next one more so. I don't know. I was still pretty mad at Bradshaw and them for a good chunk of the story.
I
As
was
much as
pissed at him
they,
for a good chunk of the story.
as much as I like their relationship and their intents and how
I
spicy
know.
they are, I don't know. I don't think
This
they're
one looks
boyfriend
good.
material like the spray name
He
report.
was kind of mean.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
so
maybe being a
here's this is
snack for them.
apparently this is a yeah, he would be a sacrifice. This is apparently the sprayed edges of the special edition and it's knives.
Oh, oh yeah, for sure getting that.
Yeah, and lighters. Knives and a Zippo lighter.
Okay. Yep. My TBR list has grown so dramatically
Sold.
from all of this.
God, for
But
real, I feel like I need like a thing to organize my TBR.
so there's actually a girl that I saw in one of my groups that I'm on in Facebook. She does it by like a Google spreadsheet or something. But she has like
Oh,
300 TBRs. Like, girl, I
I'm
can't.
I have a master's in accounting. Don't tease me with a good spreadsheet.
Well, I'd have to go find the post and screenshot it to send it to you because I was like, I'm impressed you did that, but I'm not going to do it. I have enough on my
Oh, I
plate.
have a color code. I'm such a freak. I have a color code. My bill, I have an Excel thing, password protected, but if I ever die, my husband knows, and it is color coded. So it's in order by the date, the due date. Then I have it color coded by which paycheck that month it's going to be coming out of. Then I have the amount, then a link to the website where he can pay it, plus the username and password. He literally can't screw this up, but I do. I'm an absolute, I love the things where people are like, I'm a freak in the sheets, and then it says Excel. because that's me. I I
I
I
love
love
that
it
so much.
way too much. I love Excel. It's a
Well, then
problem.
I
I'm
will definitely
weird. I get it.
screenshot and send that
But
to you. I
yes,
don't,
please send me that because
I don't,
oh, there's nothing better than an
I
aesthetically
don't think it was an
pleasing
Excel sheet. I
spreadsheet.
think she said Google something, but I could be wrong. I have to
Well,
go back and look. Either way, I'll look and I'll.
either way, an aesthetically pleasing organized TBR list. I'm here for. I'm so weird. I have no life.
No, no, I'm.
Excel turns me on, Jordan. What can I say?
I don't think many people ever will ever say that. And
No, I
that
don't think so
instead it's
either.
out on it's going to be out on the interwebs. I hope you're prepared.
There's going to be a very, very small select group of people of CPAs that understand this.
They're going to be like, "We feel
Where's
seen.
where's
We feel
where's my
seen."
CPA dark romance where he does her taxes?
Oh my gosh. I bet there is something out there. There's some strange stuff. I've
What is it? Well, it's like the porn rule. I can't ever remember what it is, but like the rule of some number where it's like if you can think of it, there's a porn for that. And I
There
feel like it's
really
the
is.
same with
There really
romance
is.
books. Like if you can think it, there is probably a dark romance CPA somewhere.
There probably is. I don't want to get too much on that tangent because
No,
I've actually seen different clips and stuff, so we're just not gonna go there. But all right, everybody. So Leave Me Behind by
5 out of 5 for
K.M
me.
Moron. I am so
Moro
sorry if I'm saying your last name wrong.
Moronova.
Moronova. Beautiful cover. She's doing the artwork.
Beautiful art, beautiful
Her
edges. I
book's
cannot
coming,
wait for
her
the next
next
one.
book is coming out.
I'm gonna go pre-order that because that looks
Yeah.
amazing.
Yes. Same.
And I want the pretty cover with the knives.
Yes. I probably will try to get that in store. But yeah. Thank you everybody
Do
for
it, read it.
listening and for watching. And until
Yes,
next time, bye.
we'll be back.